welcome to the Board of Selectmen meeting. This is Thursday, January 21st, 2016. We have somewhat of a quick agenda this evening, but a couple of key items on it. Our first agenda item is to discuss the February 8th, 2016 special town meeting. And briefly, this particular town meeting has to do with the Minuteman Vocational High School and the revised agreement, and whether the town of Dover wants to stay in district there or vote to get out of the district, and that sums it up. There has been, I know the Warrant Committee has an open hearing Monday evening at 7:30 in the great room, and the Warrant Committee also sent out a executive summary in a beautiful pink fashion. Excuse me, Doug. So I encourage you, I believe it's going to be delivered to all the homes, whether it's today, tomorrow, or the next day. So I encourage you to read that, get familiar with it, come to the open hearing on Monday evening, and then to the special town meeting on Monday, February 8th, once again.
And
now I know we do have...
7
p.m., thank you. I know we do have a twist to the executive summary.
Excuse me.
The town meeting.
The town meeting is 7:30.
It says
No, it's 7?
7.
It's 7. Oh, okay.
Over here is
Excellent.
7:30, but town meeting's 7.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I was just talking about these little twists that we've received in the last 24 hours regarding the details provided by the Warrant Committee at the time is what they knew. But Candace, I believe you're going to speak to that little twist right now?
There was a communication from the Deputy Commissioner, Jeff Wolfson, of the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, where he specified that it is not a requirement for any town to actually have access to a vocational program. And that seems to present quite a twist for all of us who have assumed that it was a requirement, that we did need to have access. And so it's going to be a very significant part of the discussion on Article 2. The most important, and the reason we definitely need the special town meeting, is we need to pass the new agreement, because the new agreement is what gives us the option of staying in or withdrawing from the district. But how we're going to then discuss and what the town is going to decide to do in terms of either remaining in the Minuteman district or pulling out is going to be a very important part. An open meeting will talk about it, and then the special town meeting will address it in Article 2. I think you've had some very good thoughts about how we've handled it for families in the past.
I have, and I'll get to that point in a second, but I know, Robin, you have a thought on this also?
I do. I think it's important to recognize that although we do not have to provide a vocational education, it is the right of every student in Dover to seek such an education, and it is the obligation of the town to pay for that obligation. So in a sense, we still do have a financial obligation with respect to a vocational alternative to education.
Good, thank you. You know, my point on this particular matter is we view it from a fiscal standpoint, not an educational standpoint, so to speak. And I recall maybe 3-4 years ago when we were still discussing this matter.
Early on. 2
families came in to talk about the importance of Minuteman and what they did for their children. And I remember one of the gentlemen in particular, and excuse me, I forget the name, was so emotional about how well his son was doing and how much he loved it. And the Dover public school system wasn't the place for him, but the Minuteman was. And I still remember that. So when I come down to a decision on this, and we will take it up in a vote on our next Board of Selectmen meeting on, I believe, Monday the 4th, or some thereabouts, Thursday 4th, thank you. Then it will come down to really what it costs to the taxpayers in Dover. And my argument so far has been, I would love to see the town accept a premium to stay in the district to allow that one family who wants that one child to succeed in life in the future. And that's where I'm thinking right now. You know, we have fiscal responsibilities, and I take them very seriously, but if the delta is small enough on the $33 million budget that we have, then I'm leaning toward guaranteeing a future student to stay in that district. But again, well, I can't wait for the open hearing Monday night to discuss this. But I think it's an important fact that everyone keeps in mind that we have to guarantee
We have to pay for it.
we have to pay for vocational education anyway. Now, whatever the numbers are in the future, we don't know. We do know at Minuteman, it will probably be more expensive by a short delta to pay for the tuition as an out-of-district student versus in-district. So we do know that. So I'm weighing, and I call that the premium. So when I discuss, I'd be happy to pay a premium to ensure that a child of a Dover family gets into that school because they want to go there and succeed, then that's where I'm leaning. But
And Robin, you had brought up such a good point about the cutting edge programs.
Right, so, you know, I think for this region, Minuteman has some cutting edge programs. It has the stem cell program where they've worked with life science companies in the Boston area. And if we're not a member of the district, you know, there's no guarantees that any student from Dover who may want to attend Minuteman will be able to get in. You know, even with the intermunicipal agreement, we just go into the general pool and if there's a spot available. And I do not have a crystal ball, but I would think that with the new building and the cutting edge programs that Minuteman has, it's going to be sought after for vocational education. So
I think,
there may be a waiting list in the future, but we don't have a crystal ball, so we don't know.
Right.
And that's the problem with this decision. There's a lot of unknowns. We're looking at information today, which may not necessarily be the facts 3 or 4 years from now. So it makes it a hard decision. And I agree with you, we should not, you certainly have to take into account the cost, but then you also have to take into account some of the less quantitative issues. So.
good, thank you for that. Well, again, we look forward to Monday evening.
Oh, we could go on all night.
Yes, we could, actually. And we have. If you were a cumulative approach to this, it would have been a number of nights. But Doug, we'll see you Monday evening. Good luck with that.
Looking forward to it, thank you.
You know, and I think one comment before we end, and I promise I'll stop. I think the Warrant Committee did a really great job pulling together the information for the town meeting. And you know, the little wrinkle is not a reflection on the Warrant Committee.
Right.
It was based upon information that we were given at the time, and you know, the information we received last night was contrary to what we were being told.
well, and the interesting piece, I'm so new to this process, but I'm so aware of the sense of shifting sands. In other words, just about the time you put a pin in it, something moves. And so this is no exception. So
As soon as it goes to
Right.
print, it's wrong.
that's right.
But thank you for that. Why don't we move along into the agenda of the evening then? And the next agenda item is to discuss the 2016 annual town meeting warrant articles.
For the regular town meeting.
For the regular town meeting, yes, in May. And we had a warrant period that ended on Friday... 15th, thank you. And the list of warrant articles did not change from our last meeting. And in particular, we had 27 articles for this upcoming town meeting, 14 which are reoccurring articles, and 13 special warrant articles. So nothing's changed. Dave, do you have anything to add to this?
I don't,
No.
Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Very good. Robin or Candace, do you have anything to add to this?
No.
Okay, at what point do we approve these? After the warrant open hearing?
After the warrant is produced,
Yes.
And after the open hearing, right?
And after, well, you'll take positions on the warrant articles
Right.
after the open hearing.
Yes, that's what I thought, thank you. I'm getting my special town meetings and confused.
No,
Good, thank you. Okay, we have, our next agenda item is to approve the 2015 Selectmen's Town Report. And as all the townspeople know, our Town Report Committee annually publishes a calendar look back at what's going on in 2016, whereby when we talk about things, we're looking at the fiscal 2017 in May, we're in fiscal 2016, and the Town Report Committee gets to look at 2015. So if there's any confusion, you're in a big, long line. But that being said, I read this and it was a wonderful scenario of what's happened over the past year. And I always forget the number of things that we're involved in and how we're either just keeping the town smoothly going along or having to make some decisions that affect the future.
Minuteman wasn't listed.
That's called a reoccurring.
hopefully in 2016, this is something.
Resolution.
Excellent point.
This is, right. You know, it's funny, the things that happened in 15, we're still dealing with 46 Springdale Avenue. The police dispatch will be finalizing relatively soon. The rail trail, we just had a
Open hearing.
open hearing last week, I think it was. Carroll Community Center's upgrade, that's, we met with the architect yesterday with the CMAC. Very good, well written, thank you for that. Do we have to approve this, Dave?
You do, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. I will entertain a motion on the 2015 Selectmen's Town Report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Good, well, shouldn't have long one. The next agenda item is to execute the intergovernmental agreement between the towns of Dover and Sherburne pertaining to the 2016, would be the 17 or 16?
It'd be the 16 annual town meeting for fiscal.
Thank you, okay, thank you. Pertaining to the 2016 annual town meeting, warrant article for fiscal 2017 for the capital improvements to the regional school campus. Brief history on this. After about a year of discussion between the two towns,
A year?
it might have been a little over a year.
It was more like 3.
Yeah. We agreed to come to an intergovernmental agreement whereby each town could fund the capital improvements to the regional school campus independently, whether it's bonding or it's free cash. And this will be the 3rd year that we enter into this intergovernmental agreement, and it's worked out very well. I know it took a long time. The two towns ultimately decided as one that it was the best thing for the regional school campus. I don't have, that's a quick story on it. I don't have any comments.
No, I think it's worked well.
It's worked very, very well. Very, very well.
So we need to vote to accept
Yeah,
it.
let me see. Have you included those costs in the...
It's right here.
Right, so they're in the, that'll be Special Warrant Article 12. Well, no, that's the, well, the share of, the Dover share is in Warrant Article 12.
Right.
That's pertinent to this intergovernment agreement.
But the agreement specifies the 100% of it.
Right, right. So the total projected cost will be $287,618, of which 55.87%, or $160,692, is allotted to the town of Dover, and the remaining, which is $126,926, to the town of Sherburne. And that percentage, by the way, is broken down in the number of students
right.
at the regional campus. And that is set the October prior to. And I believe, Sammy, correct me if I'm wrong,
No,
but I
that's
believe it's set.
correct.
Okay, good. So that's where those percentage allocations come from. And obviously, the big number, the 287,000, is what the regional school committee put forth for capital improvements. That being said, I have no other changes, and I believe we have to vote to enter into this. So I will make the motion that the town of Dover enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the town of Sherburne for the purpose of the Dover-Sherburne Regional School District's capital for the year 2000, fiscal 2017. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And all the words for just a aye.
Just Jim.
In the past, I have asked the question whether we're assured Sherburne is going to sign this. Do we know that this year? I should have asked that earlier.
We believe that they are going to sign it as they have in the last 2 years.
So Superintendent McAuliffe is quarterbacking this effort?
Yes.
Interim. I did see that they're trying to get Superintendent McAuliffe onto,
Second
Another
year.
year.
and I've had dealings with him as Dave, and I imagine everyone now. And that would be wonderful if he stayed on.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next agenda item is to approve the Council on Aging's fiscal 16 revolving fund. Now, I might be a little confused here because I thought we approved this particular number last year at a number. Are they looking to increase it?
Yes, they are.
They're looking to increase the fiscal 2016 revolving fund.
Double it.
Yes. Now, to the extent that the revolving fund is basically a fund that we keep at a service level, so to speak, whether it's Park and Rec, whether it's Council on Aging, where the members or participants pay in a fee to pay for a program. So there's no cost to the town, so to speak, so it's dollars in, dollars out, without using the town accountant and the treasurer's office to account for and maintain these nominal funds. So that's what the revolving fund is for, the Council on Aging. Now, for them to ask for a increase is actually a good thing, because it shows the membership of the COA is using their programs and paying to use their programs at a much higher rate than they had in the past when they first contemplated this revolving fund, which I think is probably in the second year. So that's good. That being said, that's the short history of this particular revolving fund and why they have it. I see no reason not to approve this. Candace or Robin?
I would agree.
I agree, and it's interesting because she cites the increased attendance at fitness classes as well as then the transportation tickets and the sale of those. So it's fun, as you said, there are a lot of things happening, and that's why the money is being generated and being useful.
Now, Dave, as the town administrator, do you have any issues with increasing a revolving fund like this?
No.
Okay. Doug, this isn't really a warrant committee issue, so to speak, but you guys should know everything anyway. Would you like to say anything about this matter at all?
I agree that it's a good thing, that the Council on Aging is using their activities and paying for them as well. And because it's a revolving fund, I'm on the same page as you are, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you for that, Doug. I hate to put you on the spot for that, but
And Dave, do the auditors look at these revolving funds when they come in here to do their?
They do test these as well.
yeah. I'm very familiar with that because of the Park and Rec one. Good. So we have to vote to approve the increase in the fiscal 2016 revolving fund for the Council on Aging from the amount of $14,000 previously approved to a new amount of $28,000. Now we'll change the also the warrant article for that too, based on that. Good. So that being said, that's my motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good. Okay, you guys. That'll come to you, Doug, for signature also, just so you know.
Thank you.
Excellent. We have our next agenda item in other business is a special license, and we,
One.
as I said, we have one, and that is on February 11th, 2016, at the Massachussetts Art Gallery reception. I see the chief has signed it already. Great. I don't have any comments or suggestions for this. Candace or Robin?
No question.
And I'll make the motion that we approve the special license as read on February 11, 2016. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good.
I would like to say, because I think the recycling committee would be proud, but did you notice that
I did.
Yes.
there was no paper wasted? I commend you.
That's very nice.
I was wondering how you did it, but I guess you put it in the printer upside down.
Okay, as we move forward, in somewhat of a brisk meeting, but again, all important items, we'll approve the meeting minutes of December 17th, 2015, and January 7th, 2016 open session meeting minutes. Okay, December 17th, we'll look at first. Very quickly, Ford Spalding came in to speak about the Minuteman vocational. We addressed the Meadows homeowners plowing request. We voted to accept the gift of land from Stephen Gould for the 3 properties in Donnelly Estates. Good. And we approved most of our budgets. Excellent minutes, thank you. I don't have any changes.
To both sets, or you just?
Just the
want
first
set?
one, December 17th.
Right. So I'll make a motion that we accept the December 17th minutes as it submitted.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Let's now look at the January 7th, 2016 minutes. Are these minutes, is it laser or is it regular printing on these minutes? Only because that particular meeting, we had the
They're all
printing of the
set.
town report.
You meant to say digital.
Did you? I did say. I might have thrown one for that one.
Right. No wonder Mona,
Yeah, yes.
couldn't quite understand.
Oh, we also talked about Minuteman that night also.
What a
Okay.
surprise. That was a longer meeting.
Excellent minutes, once again, I have no changes.
Well, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of the January 7th, 2016 meeting as submitted.
Second?
All in favor? Aye. Great. Thank you. Okay. And we did not print ahead of time citizens' comments, but I always, and historically we've always had them, so forgive me for not including that, but I will include citizens' comments this evening under other business, even though we'll hop around here. And as I look around, we have one particular prominent citizen in place. Doug, do you have any comments this evening?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I do have one comment, and at the risk of beating a dead horse, as a citizen, I would just encourage everyone to come to the Warrant Committee's open hearing this Monday at 7:30 in the break room, and the town meeting Monday, February 8th at Mudge Auditorium, like this Commons. That's at 7 p.m. Thank you.
Great, thanks Doug for that. And I have a citizen's comment also, and it goes to, actually it's personal. And I've served the board for 6 years, and finishing my second term this year. And I've been lucky enough to have been chairman for 3 years out of the 6, which is, that's been a blast. But I will not be seeking another election. Quite honestly, my family's growing up, and I think it's more important to spend time with them.
I thought it was Candace and I.
But it's been a pleasure, an absolute pleasure to sit here. Absolute pleasure to work with you guys. Thank
It's
you.
not over.
It's not over.
Six
No,
months.
that's right, right, and we have lots to do between now and then.
Yes.
And then maybe we'll give you a party.
But I just wanted to make that announcement to give anybody who wants to take an opportunity to serve this great town in the capacity of selectman. That being said, I will make a motion for adjournment of this evening's meeting. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good night and thank you very much.
Yeah.